Hello, my digital heathens of YouTube. Today we're drawing Merida from Brave and her three brothers, kind of in the background. And this is kind of like one of those reinventing character drawings. I didn't really draw her in the Disney style. I made her a little more realistic, except I think her brothers look like teddy bears, which is kind of the idea. I did go and look at references to make sure I got the dress kind of correct. And this was pretty much an experiment starting out, again using revitalized Prismacolor markers. But I ended up throwing in Copics and Twin Touch and all that stuff there also. It's drawn on Bristol board, number 2 pencil, inked in with one of those Japanese Tombow pens that I like so much. Anyways, I don't really have a lot to say about this, so I don't know how much talking I'm going to do through this video. I did really like the challenge of recreating Disney characters outside the canon of of the animation style that they're done in. I've done that a couple times. I did a picture of Maleficence where I completely redesigned her and then painted it in with inks. And even though I really enjoyed it and liked the picture, it has got the least amount of views out of all my videos. So I don't know, I decided to do this one again. I guess I don't really do videos to get a ton of views. Which is probably a good thing because I don't get a ton of views. But I just kind of draw what I like anyways. And I like doing this kind of stuff where you reinvent the character and change them around a little bit. And when I'm talking about reinventing this picture of Merida, I didn't, I stuck to the dress and the fact she's an archer and the crazy Scottish red hair. But I got away from the stylized Disney interpretation where she has the big weird head and the kind of hippie frame. Hippie, not hippie like peace, love, and smoke weed. Hippie as in hips. So I made it a little bit more stretched out. I think what she would actually look like is a more realistic interpretation of the concept of Merida from Brave. This is when I first started. I've had this in the vault for a little bit. This is when I first started using my revitalized Prismacolors, and they were running out because I didn't let them sit after I dumped alcohol in them. So they were pretty weak, but I still think it was worthwhile to lay down the base color with them. And then I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's so splotchy and crappy. But I disagree. I think it's a good use of making your materials last longer. Which, even these kind of pens, they're not Copics, or Copic, but they are, they're still not cheap. So far for the money, the cheapest ones I've found that actually deliver a good laydown are the Spectra Noir markers. And that's what I was asking for Christmas this year. So hopefully Father Christmas will be dropping a lot of those things off under the tree for me. I'm sure I'm going to get some art supplies for Christmas, and when I do, I will be doing a haul video on what I got, so you guys can see the new markers, or inks, or whatever I'll be using. I was really happy with the way this dress turned out. I know it looks pretty rough right now, but I go into it with the fine points, the bullet points on it with my Twin Touch markers and so on, and do this scrolly little texture. But it's something I'm really starting to like with working on with markers on stuff. See there, I started on the gold right there. it's just kind of cool adding these kind of textures in, and it gives it a lot more depth to your image. Also, when I was doing in the hair, I used the same technique as I did with my Mech Pilot speed drawing, which I think turned out really good. You know, because the character's hair in Brave, her hair is like out of control, curly and gingery, and I kind of like that stippling, wiggly technique I did for adding depth to it. So back to the dress, when I'm putting in these scrolling patterns, I use like 3 or 4 different shades to add extra depth to it. And if you look at the close-ups, you can really see that. Like at the end of the video, I got like three tiles that are close-ups, and you can see the scroll work pretty good. So it's a lot of fun adding that, figuring out these techniques, adding that kind of texture to stuff to give it so much more depth. That's the other thing. If you're going to start, like if anybody is an artist that's going to be looking at this kind of stuff for tips because they're new to markers, go watch someone else. Go watch Bailey J, or I don't know, Lemmy Crescent. That's who I watch. That's what I like, and that's why I picked up the tip of using the white gel pens, which is definitely worth it. If you outline your character, or your main, not character, maybe your main subject in white gel, which I think I do later on this one, it pulls them off the background so nicely. It, makes them pop, and I really recommend doing that technique. It's a lot of fun, which I didn't. Again, like I was messing around with different techniques on this too, for sure. Like I didn't outline the bears in black to give them that kind of like softer feel, which I think it works out really good. That's the Bear Brothers butt there on the left. And then one of my own techniques that I kind of discovered, which I like a lot, is for the border. I ended up splattering white paint on wet ink, or white ink on wet ink, and I'll do that. It's coming up here shortly, and it turns out really well, where the white kind of diffuses into the blue and spreads out. And I think that's a very successful technique for me. I like doing that a lot. I did kind of outline them in brown, but I did keep away from the black for the brothers. Yeah, so this is Dr. something Phillips, or it's all the way across the room. I'm not gonna go grab it. This is liquid acrylic ink that you get. I got this on. I got this at Michael's. Yeah, there I'm putting the splatters on. Now, when I'm doing that, I'm using a toothbrush because you get the finer dots, and I think it looks pretty cool. Yeah, they're just all outlined in white. Anyways, thanks for watching, my heathens. You guys have a great day. Peace out.